I'm not audible?
No, I can.
Okay, alhamdulillah. Okay, what did you tell the statistics is? What is statistics, Laiba? It is nothing but collecting, analyzing the data, right?
Yeah.
And representing the data as all comes under everything comes under the statistics, right? So here we are going to study the graphical representation of data. We had studied the two topics in this, the two subtopics in this, that is bar graphs as well as two types of representation of graphical representation of data was bar graph and what, Vita? What did we study? Histograms, right? In histograms, what did we study? In histograms, we had two types. The first type was histograms with
Continuous data.
Is it continuous data? Uniform, right? Uniform width. It's not continuous intervals under this one. It is uniform widths and varying widths. Okay, you just have to remember these 2 points. You just have to check whether the widths are uniform or not, widths are varying or not. These are the two types of histograms. Okay. Did you do the homework?
Yes.
Okay. Did you send me the snapshot of that? The question number 8 and 9th.
I'll send down.
Okay, alhamdulillah. We'll solve that again, inshallah. We'll just discuss about those 8 and 9 problem again here, inshallah. So we have discussed bar graphs, histograms of uniform width and varying widths. Okay, beta? So today we'll also discuss the frequency polygons, just the example problems, inshallah, and we'll cover up the entire histogram topics. Bar graphs is already done. Histograms will complete, and inshallah we'll start with the frequency polygons. Okay, inshallah ta'ala. So bar graphs, just quickly revise. Let's quickly revise. What are the bar graphs? Laiba. Bar graphs have, what are bar graphs, beta? They are nothing but the graphical representation of data again in the form of bars. That's all. And they have the space between each bar, right? They have space between each bar. This is a unique feature of bar graphs. And what about histogram? What is the only difference between the bar graphs and the histograms? There's nothing but we do not have the space between the x-axis, right?
Yes.
Yes. And what more in the histogram? We have varying widths and non-varying widths. That's all, right? Okay, alhamdulillah. So these were the problems that we had discussed in the bar graphs. We'll quickly see the histograms with the uniform length and the varying class intervals, correct? We had uniform histograms with, okay, the histogram is nothing but the bar graphs which has continuous class intervals, right? Okay, alhamdulillah. So we had varying class intervals as well. In the varying class interval, what more did we have to do with it? Do you remember, Laiba, what did we do? We just have to create one more column, right? What does this, one or two more columns? Two more columns, right? What did we discuss in these two more columns? Laiba, what did we do in these two more columns? Laiba, I cannot hear you. Is your microphone muted? Laiba, I cannot hear you, beta. Okay, you're audible now. Alhamdulillah. So what did we do in these two more columns, beta? What did we write? Width of the class, right? Width of the class. What is the width of this class beta here? Why is it varying? Because the difference between all of this is different, right? From 0 to 20, it is 20 difference, right? So the width of this is 20. The baki ka 10, 10, 10. We had width of this as 10. And what about 70 to 100? We had almost 30 width, right? So the width of this was varying. If the width is varying, then the histogram changes, correct? So how did you do this histogram as? How did we write this histogram as? We had to write a length of rectangle. Why did we do this? Why did we make this change? Because the area of the bar should be proportional to the frequencies. Do you remember that? But it was not proportional actually. So to make it proportional, we are just creating the length of the rectangles by this formula. Which formula did we use here, beta? Which formula did we use here, beta? Calculating length of rectangle. Length of rectangle, number of students, this frequency. They are dividing it by width, right? 7 over 20 multiplied by what, beta? Multiplied by the class size, which is least. Which is the least class size here? 10, correct? So 7 over 20 into 10. This is the length of rectangle, correct, beta? This should be written 7 over 20 into 10. And the same way we are going to write 10 over 10 into 10, and 10 over 10 into 10, 20 over 10 into 10, correct? And then 20 over 10 into 10, 15 over 10 into 10, and 8 over 10 into 10. Correct? 8 over 30 into 10. Correct? 8 over 30 into 10. This was the way how we created the histogram for the histograms for the varying widths, right, Aisha? Right, Laiba?
Yes.
Okay, Alhamdulillah. So we had seen this problem, example for problem, and we had seen one more exercise problem as well. Okay, mashallah. And for this exercise problem, what was the only thing that we had made changes here, beta? Do you remember there was a changes that were made here? They've given you a hint. First, what we had to check whether they are continuous class intervals or not. There was a breakage here, right? What is the break here, beta? What was the break here? Histogram.
126 between 127.
Okay, there was a 1 centimeter break between each of this, right? So in a histogram, there should be no break in x-axis, no break, correct? So to make this class interval as continuous, what thing did we opt? What did we do? We made half of 1. What is half of 1? It is 0.5. What did we do? For 118, we added 0.5 or we subtracted 0.5? We subtracted 0.5 from 126 and added 0.5 for 127, correct? Correct, Laiba? Do you remember this?
Yes.
Okay, Alhamdulillah. This was the only problem which had this non-continuous, discontinuous class interval, okay? Class interval should be continuous in any histogram. To make it continuous, we just did a simple change, that was 0.5 was added to the lower interval and subtracted from the higher interval, upper limit. Okay, the problem number 5 we solved in the last class. What was it? Is it varying or the uniform? Can you please tell me whether this is the uniform width or the varying width? 300 to 400?
Yes.
It's 200 or 100?
Yes.
It's 100. What is 400 to 500? It's 100. 5 to 6, 100. 6 to 7, 100. 7 to 8, 800, 900. So this is varying or uniform? Is it a uniform or varying width? यहाँ पे width change होकर है क्या बेटा? Please tell me. नहीं. So it is uniform width. Yes, histogram with uniform width. It's quite easy now. You do not have to make another table. Correct? No table. No extra tables required here. Chalo. We'll see the next problem. Problem number 8. This problem deals with the histogram problem again. So here, a random survey of the number of the children of the various age groups playing in the park was found as follows. So here, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 5. Is it varying or uniform width?
Oh, varying.
Varying width. What did you have to do here? You had solved this for the homework. You have to help me out throughout this problem. Come on, please help me out. Come on, Laiba, what did you do here?
Write the width of class.
Come on, you have to write a width. Okay, width without. Come on, tell me one by one. What is the width?
It's 1.
2 minus 1? 1. What is 2 minus 3? Again 1. Again? Is it 2? Yes. What about next?
2.
Excellent. What is next?
3.
Is it 3? Yes. Excellent. What about this?
5.
What about this?
2.
2. Excellent. What is the next column that we have to make? Understood? Did you understand how to recognize uniform and non-uniform widths, Vida? Yes, right? Then what else you have to recognize is, first thing you have to see whether it is continuous or not. It is continuous, right? There is no gap here. 2, 3 के बीच में कोई gap नहीं है. Correct? 2, 2 है यहाँ पे. 3, 3 है. Correct? There is no gap between the class interval. The first thing you have to recognize that. And the second thing is whether it is varying width or uniform width. These two things are mandatory. Whether it is continuous or discontinuous, varying or uniform width. Okay, these two things are mandatory for a histogram: varying or uniform width, continuous or non discontinuous class intervals. Okay, alhamdulillah. Now what is it you have to write in the length of the rectangle? Come on, tell me, Aish, Laiba. Bismillah.
Yes. 5 by 1 into 1.
So it is 5 by 1 into 1. Why is it 1, beta? The least class interval, right?
Yes.
5 by 1. Yes, 5 by 1 into 1, which is just 5. Next. Come on, just tell me the answers to it. Or you have written it down, I guess. No, just tell me the answers to the table of
Yes.
whatever you have written it.
5, 3, 3,
5, 3, 3,
6, 3, 2,
6,
2.
3, 2, 2. This is your answers, right?
Yes.
These are your answers, mashallah. Okay, we'll see a graph. We'll do a graph now. We'll construct a graph now. Come on. Come on, Alaiba, can you please construct the graph for me? I'll write X and Y axis for you. If you want. Click on the pen now, please. Did you click on the pen?
1 minute.
Click on the pen so that it won't be upside down for each one of us.
Yes.
Yes, alhamdulillah. So I'll just draw a x-axis and the y-axis for you. Okay, please write down the graph for me. Do you have the table with you now?
Yes.
Yes, alhamdulillah. Please create a graph. How will you do it, beta? Which number will you start with? Alaba, which number will you start with, beta? 1 to 2 years, right? Where will you write the x-axis like that? Just tell me where will you write the x-axis. I'll just write it for you. X-axis में क्या लिखोगे आप? Which is this question? 8th question.
Yes. Okay.
Age. Where will you write age? Age you'll write on x-axis, right? Yes. Age in years. Okay, beta. What will you write on the y-axis? Number of children, right? Number of children. But are we writing just the number of children? No, we are going to write the length of the rectangle. So we are writing proportion of. We are writing it as a proportion of. You have to include this word, okay? Proportion include karna hai aapko, okay? Proportion of number of children. That's the frequency, okay? The next thing. What is here with 5, 3, 3, 6, 3, 2, 2? What we can write on the y-axis? Is it 1, 2, 3? Can we write 1, 2, 3 there? Yes, we just need till 5, right? Correct? You can just make a write bar graph here, a histogram here. 5, 6, okay. 7 here, best chat. Okay, we'll see the next age in what is age in years? What do we start with? What do we start with, beta?
1, 1.
Excellent. We'll start with 1, then 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on, please create the histogram here. It is still 17, but we do not have the lines till 17. We will just create till 12. Okay. Come on, Laba. Where will you start the histogram with? Is it from 0? Is it started from 0, beta? Please reply.
1 minute. 1.
Check the age in years. It's from 1 to 2, not from 0, right?
Yes.
X-axis पे 1 to 2 है तो 1 से शुरू करेंगे. Correct. 1 to 2 goes to 5. How will you write it down, beta? Yes, please. Come on, make the bars. Construct the bars. Yes, alhamdulillah. Very good. Excellent. Excellent. Then the 3 again. Then 6 again. 3 again. 2 again. 2 again. But the class intervals and the age in years, x-axis should be very, very clear. Yes, mashallah. So you have to be very clear there. 5 to 7 ko itna diya gaya hai. 7 to 8 ko, 7 to how much it is given. You have to just check that down before creating anything. Okay, we just have till 12 here. That's enough. Okay, mashallah. Barakallahu fiki. Okay, what do you have to write here, beta? Scale. Can you please let me know what scale will you write here? Scale.
One y-axis of 1.
Yes, excellent. Both 1 unit is equal to 1 year and 1 unit is equal to just the 1. Okay, mashallah. 1 student or one this one. Okay, frequency. Okay, mashallah. So, is histogram's topic clear to you, beta? Any doubts in this topic? You can please ask me. The histograms, topic, and bar graph. Whatever doubts you have, you can ask me. No, right? So we have 8, 9 problems in the histograms as well. Did you solve this problem, Peter? Was there any confusion here? I think it's a uniform. 1 to 4 is 3, 4, 5, 6, 2. No, it is non-uniform again, right? Is it non-uniform or varying width? Aisha? Did you solve the 9th problem? No, right?
It's varying width.
It's varying width. Excellent. Did you solve it, Peter?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me what did you write here in the length of rectangles? The last column. Length.
Let's write the width of the class first.
What? Okay. What did you write here, Peter? You did not solve this problem?
I did.
Can you please tell me what did you write in length of the rectangles?
But we need to write width. Okay.
It is 6 over 3. There's a width here. I have already mentioned the width here. Just tell me the length of the rectangle. 6 over 3 multiplied by what? 6 over 3 multiplied by what, beta? 6 over 3 multiplied by what?
Into 2.
Yes. Why is it 2, Aisha? Why is it 2, Laiba? Because 2 is the least, right? Yes, excellent. It is 6 over 3 into 2. Then what is the next? 30 over 2 multiplied by 2, right? 30 over 2 multiplied by 2 and more. In this way, you have to write. What is the answer to it, beta? First one is 4. Second one is?
30.
Third one is? Is it 44? Yes, it is 44. Next one is 8 and the next one is 1. So 4, 30, 44 and 8 and 1. So this is taken as a frequency on the y-axis and this is on the x-axis. Is it continuous or discontinuous? It is continuous. 4, 4 hai, yahan 6, 6 hai, yahan pe 8, 8 hai, yahan pe 12, 12 hai. If this was discontinuous, then you had to make it continuous by adding 0.5 or something in that way, okay? Do you remember that concept as well? You have to see 2 things in an histogram. First thing is it should have a continuous class interval. Second thing, it should have a varying or uniform width. Uniform width rahega ya varying width rahega. 2 in 1. Okay. If uniform width, you do not have to write the tables. If the varying width, then you have to extend it to 2 tables. Okay. That's all in the histogram. Okay. Any doubts till whatever we have studied till now? No, right?
No.
Okay, mashallah, excellent. Alhamdulillah, we'll deal with the next concept, which is frequency polygon. What is a frequency polygon? What does a polygon mean, Laipa? Can you please tell me what does a polygon mean? What is a polygon? It is nothing but a figure with a straight side. That's all. Anything is called as a polygon. For example, triangle is a polygon, square is a polygon. All of these figures are polygons. Correct? Polygons. That's all. Polygon is a figure with a straight line. So here we are making the polygon of frequencies. Okay, we are making the polygon, just the polygons of the frequencies. Straight lines, we are drawing the straight lines, and we are making a polygon from the frequencies. Okay. Okay. This is a visual way of representing the quantitative data and its frequencies. This is a polygon. Okay. Frequency polygon is nothing but a way of representing the data and its frequencies. Okay, how will we represent that? Is the first easiest type is nothing but there is 2 ways to represent. One is by histograms. One is by a formula. Okay, by calculating the class marks. We'll see how we will deal with histograms today and class marks tomorrow, inshallah. So, chalo, the frequency polygons are used when the data is continuous. When are these used? When the data is continuous. Okay, this is important. Can you please tell me when did we use bar graphs, Aliva? Did we have continuous graph there? Continuous class intervals there? Do you remember in the bar graph we do not have any class intervals? Correct or wrong?
Yes.
Yes. In the bar graphs, what did we have in the x-axis? Please tell me what did we have in the x-axis? We just had the variables, right? Do you remember? We just had the variable names. That is nothing but, for example, how did we have that? For example, student A is this much, has scored 62. Student B has scored this much. In this way. On the x-axis, we just had the names. Okay, we did not have any interval on the x-axis. Correct?
Yes.
So you have to remember that bar graph does not deals with the class interval. Okay. But the histograms as well as the frequency polygons deal with the class intervals. Remember this, okay? That too, they have to have the continuous class intervals, okay? Not the discontinuous class intervals. The class intervals should be continuous. What does continuous class interval mean? For example, if you have 2 to 3, then the next number should start with 3 itself. 3 to 4. There should be no discontinuity. That means there should be no space between the graphs, correct? In the histogram or in the frequency polygon, there should be no space between the bars, correct? Beta?
Yes.
Please reply. There should be no space between the graphs in the histogram or as well as the frequency polygons. Okay, that is a mandatory difference between the bar graphs as well as the histograms and the frequency polygons. Okay, the first problem that we are going to solve is an example problem here. Consider the frequency distribution table. Can you please check this in your textbook? Please open up your textbook. This is the table in the histograms topic. Open the topic called histogram. Please open the topic called histogram. Open this table.
Um,
Can I tell you the page number? It is page number 154, the histograms table 12.2. Just the table bit. Wait. No, just do not see this example. This is for my reference. Just to let me know how many examples have completed. Okay. Is this table visible to you? Is it in your textbook?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Okay, alhamdulillah. So we'll be dealing with this table now. We are going to draw a histogram for this table. Come on, Laiba, we are going to draw a histogram for this table. Come on, tell me how will you draw a histogram for this table? I'll just draw the x-axis, y-axis for you. It's a uniform width, okay? There's no varying width. You do not have to create any tables there. Extra tables there. Okay, alhamdulillah. So, beta, can you please?
This is a histogram question.
Yes. I'll tell you how to do this. I'm going to get into the frequency polygon with the histograms, okay?
Frequency polygon is supposed to be like 2 sections, right? Team A, team B.
Beta, I'll get into it, beta. I'll get into it. Okay? Please draw a histogram first for this. I'm just explaining to you how we can write the frequency polygon from the histogram. That's all. Okay? Alaiba. Come on. Where are we going to write the weights, beta? On the? I need this class to be interactive. Please reply on my questions. On x-axis, what are we going to write?
Weight.
Weight. On the y-axis, what are we going to write, beta?
Number of students.
Okay, excellent. So what are we going to write on the x-axis? Where are we going to start it from? X-axis should be started from 30.5, right? There should be a gap. So it is 30.5, then it's 31.5 or 35.5. Let it be 5. Okay, 5 gap, 35.5. Next it is 35.5 to 40.5. Next it is 45.5. Okay, come on, quickly draw a histogram for me, beta. So this starts from 1. Can we start from 1 or do you want me to start from 2? Okay, I'll start from 2. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Okay, Laiba, come on. Please draw a histogram for me now. Laiba, please draw a histogram for me.
Okay.
50.5, 55.5, 60.5, 65.5, 70.5. Okay, so 60.5 is enough. Come on, Beta, how will you draw this? You are going to trace from? Yes. MashaAllah, barakallah. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Next is 15. Excellent. Next is 3. Next is 1. Half of 2. You can just click the undo button and then you can draw it again. Undo is next, the arrow mark. Okay, no problem. Next is 2. Okay, this is a histogram, right, Vita? From this, we can draw the frequency polygon. How will we draw a frequency polygon from this? The frequency polygon can be drawn in nothing but a simple way. That is, you're going to mark a midpoint on all of these histograms so that you are going to create a frequency polygon. That's all. Okay?
Yes.
Understood? How to create a frequency polygon from a histogram is nothing but you are going to write the midpoints on each of it, and then that is your answer. For example, here, the midpoint on this height, Vita, where is the midpoint here? This here, right?
Yes.
Between 30.5 and something. This is the midpoint, the first thing. This is the midpoint, the second. This is the midpoint, third. This is a midpoint on this bar. This is a midpoint on this bar. This is a midpoint on this bar. What we are going to do is we are going to drag it from the previous midpoint. Yahan se. Yahan pe x-axis mein, look at this point. We are going to start from here. We are going to create a line here. We are going to create a line here. We are going to draw a straight line here. We are going to draw a straight line here. We're going to draw a straight line here, and the next midpoint of the next one here. This is your frequency polygon. You should name it. You should mark the names here. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Understood, Laiba?
Yes.
Yes. How did we draw a frequency polygon from the histogram? Is nothing but it's a quite simple way. पहले यहाँ पे देखा जाएगा x-axis में पहले बार से पहले before the first bar, whichever the number is, you have to draw the half of it. Okay, the half of it. You have to start drawing a straight line from half of it, and then touch the midpoint of the first bar, the midpoint of the first bar, and then the midpoint of the second bar. Next, the midpoint of the third bar. Next, the midpoint of the fourth bar. Next, the midpoint of the fifth bar. Next, the midpoint of the sixth bar. Next, the midpoint of the next line, and the midpoint of that next line. Okay? This one is a frequency polygon, and you have to name it, Beta. How will you name it? Write A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. This is your frequency polygon. Understood?
Yes.
Yes, इसको frequency polygon बोलते हैं. इसको we can also write this as, you can also write it in a different way. You can just create frequency polygon without creating a histogram. Okay, you can create frequency polygon without histogram. How will you create that? We'll see in the next problem. Okay, was it easy? It's nothing but from the histogram, you just have to extract the midpoints of each of the bar. That's all. So without even histograms, we can do it. How will we do it, Beta? Can you please tell me how can we do this? How do we complete the polygon when there is no class preceding first class? Okay, there's another question here. Do you know we had this graph here, right?
Yes.
अगर हमारे पास x-axis यहाँ से शुरू होता, y-axis यहाँ से शुरू होता, और हमारे पास यहाँ पे gap नहीं रहता. This gap was not existing, and the x-axis was starting from this point. If the y-axis was starting from this point and there was nothing here, for example, Beta, okay, we had this line here, y-axis was starting from 0. So then what would we have done? What would we have done is nothing but यहाँ पे y-axis है हमारे पास, यहाँ पे 0 रहेगा, right? This one is 0 point.
Yes.
So what we'll do here is, Beta, I'll just erase this down so that it gets easier for you. Okay, यहाँ पे अगर लाइन y एक्सिस होगा, यहाँ पे 0 होगा, तो आप क्या करोगे? यहाँ पे पिछला नंबर you have to add, okay, -30.5. इसका सेंटर आप सेलेक्ट करोगे और यहाँ से आप लोगे A point, okay? Understood? A point should be taken before the first bar. That's all. Understood? Understood, Beta?
Yes.
Okay. Please check the figure number 12.6 in page number 159. That is your frequency polygon from the histogram. Okay?
Yes.
Yes. Please check the next problem. Next problem. Or example number 4, 160 page number. Check the graph there. The graph started from the point. Where did the graph start from? They start from the x-axis, right? So what did they do was they created another line from on the x-axis, minus x-axis. X-axis, the negation x-axis is nothing but minus 10. Between the 0 and minus 10, they should start with point A. Okay, that is mandatory. We are going to start from the x-axis only. जब भी हम polygon बनाएंगे तो एक्सिस से शुरू करेंगे, ठीक है? You have to remember, whenever you are going to create a frequency polygon, you just not have to see the midpoints of the bars, not only the midpoints of the bar, but also the midpoints of the previous x-axis line on the x-axis. Okay, understood? Understood, beta?
Yes.
Yes. Please take the figure number 12.7. You can get an idea from there. That's all. We will create the figures now. We will create the graphs now. Do not worry. It's quite easy. Okay. Inshallah, we'll create this graph now. Which graph will we create now is nothing but example number 4. Please take example number 4. Open up the table there. This table 12.5. We are going to create a graph now, beta. Example. We are going to create a graph now. Chalo. Come on, help me in creating the graph. You can at least write the lines for me.
Yes.
Please help me. Is this histogram starting from 0?
Yes.
Just check the table. Yes, because the class intervals are starting from 0, right? 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, it's still 100. Then what about the number of students? It's still 9, 10. We can easily write. So can we easily write here? No, I guess. So we'll start from 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
We can write 1, 2, 3, 4, right?
Do you want to write till 10 here? I don't think we can write 10 till 10 here. We'll see if we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can just write till 9. Okay, I'll just write 10 here, beta. No problem. If you wanted 1 minute, no problem. We'll write 1 minute. Okay, chalo, quickly draw a histogram now, beta. It's quite easy. Quickly draw the histogram. 0 to 10, कहाँ पे आएगा? 5, right? 5 number of students. Excellent. 10. I'll tell you. Next one is 10. Next one is 4. 10. Excellent. Next the 4. Okay, you can just undo it and then you can quickly solve it. You can start from the 10 to 20, the x-axis, and then move to the height. Yes, excellent. Next, 20 to 30 is 4. It is 4, and then next is 6. Next is 7. 6 draw karoge. Next 7 draw karoge. Next 3. Next 3. Next 2. Next 2 again. Next 3. Next 9. 3 and then 9. Come on, quickly point the frequency polygon now. Beta, how will you point the frequency polygon from the histogram? What did I say you? First, you need a point in the x-axis that should be before the bar that you have drawn. Where will you mark the midpoint? Midpoint before the bar. You have to go to the negative x-axis now, right? Beta?
Yes.
Yes. So where will you write the bar, the point now? Between 0 and इसको -10 लिखेंगे, right? इससे पहले का नंबर -10 है, इससे पहले का नंबर -20 है. अब मुझे कहाँ पे लिखोगे आप? It should be on -5, correct?
Yes.
So please point there, and just draw a straight line. Just okay, can you just make some points there,
Where?
or at least take a line and draw a line there, small line, and this way. इस तरह एक line draw. Where we are going to begin the frequency polygon with. Excellent. Now next, where is the next point, beta? Next point shows the midpoint of the second bar. Okay, first bar. Then next the second bar. Next the third bar, next the fourth bar. Please draw it for on the all of the bars. Midpoint of all of the bars. Okay. So we just have 10 minutes left. Quickly finish this up. Okay, mashallah, excellent, excellent. So next, please draw the straight lines to each of these points. Done, mashallah, yes. And what else? We have to draw a point after this bar as well. Yeah, baby, you have to draw. You have to draw a bar. Do you remember? Where will you draw? You have to draw a midpoint of this point with a baby. Here also you have to, no, not there. Midpoint of the next bar. Where's the midpoint of the next bar, beta? This one is the midpoint, okay? Understood? I'll write it down. Yes, that was the midpoint. Excellent. Come on, now take a line and draw a frequency polygon through all of these lines. Excellent. Excellent. This is a polygon which is made up of frequencies. Excellent, mashallah. Yes. Now please write power points. Name each of the points. You have to write the name to each of the points. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. Where will you start from? Starting from this point, A. This point को B लिखोगे. This is the third point, C. This is D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. Did you understand this, Laiba? Any doubts in this?
No.
No. So what you have to write here is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L is a frequency polygon. This is mandatory to be written in each of the answers. Okay. Okay. This is a frequency polygon. इस तरह लिखोगे आप. Okay. Alhamdulillah. So we have understood. Any doubts in this? No. So we have another way of solving the frequency polygon. Okay. What was the first method? Deriving the frequency polygon from the histogram. What did we just do is we just derived the midpoint of each of the bars, right?
Yes.
Yes. To draw the midpoints of each of the graphs, we have another procedure which is quite easy. What we have to do is we have to add the upper limit and lower limit and then divide it by 2, and we will get the midpoint of each graph. So without just going into the histograms, we can simply mark the frequencies, the midpoint of each frequencies. How will you do? We'll solve another problem, another example problem here. It is nothing but we have upper limit and the lower limit. We just need the midpoint of each one of one, right? Each one of it. How will you find the midpoint of each one of this? Is nothing but what we have to do is we have to add 140 plus 150 and then lower limit plus higher limit, and then you are going to divide it by 2, right, beta?
Yes.
So in this way, you are going to create another column here, another column. What this column is called, beta? It is called as the class mark. Okay. What are we calling this column as? This column, the extra column that we have to create in the frequency polygon always is nothing but class mark. Iska naam hota hai class mark. This column should have the same name every time. So how we have to do is you have to add 150 plus 140 by 2. What is 150 plus 140 by 2? 150 plus 140 by 2. How will you do? 5 plus 4, 9, 290. Is it 290? Yes, it's 290 over 20. What is 290 over 20? 2 times 2, 1, 0, 0 cancels out. It becomes 2, 1 times 2, 1 times. And 2 how many times is 9? Can you please solve this down? What is 290 over 2? It's not 20, right? It's 2, yes. We did a mistake here. It's not over 20, it's over 2. What is 290 over 2? That's quite easy. What is 290 over 2? 2 1 times is 2, 2 4 times is 8, 1 carried out, 2, 5 times is 9, so it is 145. Correct? So 145 is the midpoint of 140 and 150. Right, beta?
Yes.
Yes. So in this way, we are going to track it down, and then we are going to create another table which states another column which is about a class mark, right? Class mark is तरह बनते हैं. How did you find this? It is nothing but 150 plus 140 over 2. Correct, beta? The answer is 145. Then again, 150 plus 160 by 2. What is the answer? Liba, what is 160 plus 170 by 2? It's nothing but 165. It is the only extra column that we have made. This is the only extra column that we made. This is already existing. These two columns are existing. This column, ये column कैसे आया बेटा? ये column कैसे आया? What did we do? Please tell me what did we do here? Upper limit plus lower limit over 2, right? 140 plus 150. Upper limit 150 है, 140 lower limit by 2. Answer 145. 160 plus 150 by 2. Answer 155. 170 plus 160 by 2. 165. समझ में आ रहा है? Any doubts in this?
No.
And no. So this is the extra table that we have created. After this, we are going to directly form a frequency polygon without creating a histogram. How will we directly form a frequency polygon without creating a histogram? Is this way. Come on, let's do this. Let's solve this. Chalo jaldi, we just have. Okay, with this, it's time actually. Will extend this class to 5 minutes, inshallah. Come on, please help me in solving this. So we have y-axis here. Let's draw a y-axis here and an x-axis here. Come on, Liba, please help me out. Where will you write the x-axis? What will you write on the x-axis? Will we start from 140? Is it starting from 0? No. So is there a breakage on this histogram or the frequency polygon? Yes, we will break it down here and we will start from 140 or 135. Where will we start from? Because we need a space. एक बार चाहिए हमें क्योंकि हमें पहले से इस तरह दिखाते हैं, right? Frequency polygon should come from a previous. Yes. एक 1 unit we have to leave and then we have to construct a frequency polygon. Okay, beta? Chalo. On the first marking, we can mark 135. Then, what are we going to mark is nothing but the class marks. We are not touching the x-axis now. Okay? Please open the page number 162, beta. Is it open in your book?
Yes.
Check the table number 12.7.
Yes.
Okay. We have class marks and frequencies there, correct?
Yes.
We have created this class mark. How did we create this class mark? Is nothing but upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. 140 plus 150 by 2 is 145. Class marks are x-axis now and frequency is y-axis now. That's all. Done? Class mark 145 से शुरू होते हैं. So what we have to do is we have to leave a space for 1 before it. इससे 10 पहले तो 135. Okay, we have to just mention 135 and then we are going to start with 145. Okay, 145 is actually the midpoint of 150 and 140. Correct? Then 155, 165, 175, 185, 195, 205. Okay, but now tell me what frequencies will you write on the y-axis? Because the graph goes till 20, so we can write from 2. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 20. Come on, Liba, soon mark the points. In the frequency polygon, you are just going to mark the points. Come on, which is the first point? 145 and 5. Soon, beta.
One.
First point. आप देखेंगे class marks और frequency देखेंगे आप, okay? 145 के लिए 5 आएगा, 135 के लिए भी आप मार्क करेंगे. Where will you mark for 135? Just on the x-axis, correct? Yes, Liba. Come on, quickly mark. Can you mark it? Take a circle and mark it. Or any pointer, anything, Okay, I'll just highlight it for me. There's a highlighter at first. I cannot hear you. Should I do it for you? Okay, we are time. So it is 135 here. Next 145 and 5 is here. So this frequency polygon will be okay. This will be the point A. 135 will be point A, and the point B goes to 145 and 5. Here we have a point B, and the point C stands for point C. Where is the point C stands for? Okay, where is the table? Point C stands for 10. Point D stands for 20. I mean 16.5, 165 is for 20. And then 175 for 9. 8 and 9 over here. And then what else we have? And then we have 185 for 6, 185 for 6, and then we have 192, 195 for 2. Okay, this is the frequency polygon that we have made. So यहाँ से यहाँ तक we are going to draw a straight line, and then this one, and then this, and then this is wrong. Okay, then point D touches C. Draw a point line from E to D, F to E, F to E. So this is the wrong line. I think we need to delete this. Okay, another line from this point to this point, another line from the next 205 to 195. This is our frequency polygon, which we can name it as EFG H. Okay, so A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H is a frequency polygon. So this was a session for today, and inshallah we'll complete the rest in the next class. Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik.